Hey, welcome back to Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, where we make prepping fun. In this video, we're going to be walking into the grocery store. Folks is serious about wearing these masks. Anyway, I'm going to walk in the grocery store. I'm going to get some orange juice for Jennifer. And maybe an Amy for me. I don't know. So I wanted to know if you guys have actually been listening to the POTUS, which is the President of the United States of America. And get you guys' thoughts on what you thought about what he was saying and how he was doing things. I just find it amazing. I find it amazing and funny all at the same time. Alright, so let's go look at some. I see some bare shells already. Turn the camera around so y'all can see. Look at here. Wow, that's our milk that we drink. It is like light. Wow. Wow. Okay, yeah. Gluten free. Interesting. Chicken nuggets. How you doing, Brandon? Good. I'm gonna grab one of these. Enchilada. Mexican bowl. Good morning, cousin. Good morning, Gwen. Good morning, Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie. How you doing? I should have got a basket or something because this stuff is cold. And of course, if I walk through here and I want one, oh, there's one. I was gonna say, of course, if I walk through here and if I want one, I won't find one. But I did find one. Look at that. Food is mad scarce in there. They're restocking now, but they're not restocking the areas I was in. And we're gonna go back here and look at the meat section too. Since we're in here, I mean, I gotta walk through the whole entire store anyway. It's amazing how they put the things that, like the healthy foods, quote unquote, the healthy foods, or the things that, you know, you need to survive. They put them in a, they put them in an area where you have to walk past a whole bunch of junk in order to get where you're trying to go. Okay, so they do have eggs. They got yogurt. Jennifer has found this new orange juice that she has fallen in love with. So, other than us, squeezing our stuff ourselves, I hope I get the right brand. I don't even see it. Yeah, I don't even think they have it. And that chicken's the kind of person that if she can't get what she really wants, she don't want nothing. Which, I mean, that might be what she gets today, which is nothing, because we got organic juice. I don't see the stuff she normally. Is that it? I guess this is it. Let's see here. Orange juice, turmeric. Oh, okay. This is it right here. Orange juice. All right, that's what she wants. I'm gonna get her 2 bottles of this, and I'm not gonna drink any of it, because this girl is crazy about this stuff. What did POTUS say? What does POTUS not say? First of all, he got the doggone stock market going down today because we're pulling out the World Health Organization. That's number one. He's taking a moxo, whatever it's called. Funny, Tasha. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to know if you guys have been paying attention to the things that POTUS is saying. Here, You see things are light in this area. Very light over there. I should have named this doggone food shortage video. That's what I should have named this, a food shortage video. What y'all think? But that's what it's looking like. So I just got off the phone with my boss because I called her a couple times yesterday. She didn't answer. And then I called her again this morning. She didn't answer. So I was getting a little worried because we normally talk every 2 to 3 days, right? So she called me back. I'm like, you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm good. Wow, what's going on? I'm like, I've been calling you, you know, because one, it was like business related. And then two, you know, we're really close associates, friends almost. So, you know, I've been worried about her. You did miss something. Do they not have my thingamajigs anymore? Well, at least we don't have a potato shortage. Well, they have some potato stuff, but y'all know we was in a potato shortage there for a minute or something like that. Who knows? Hey, Jen, what's the brand of juice you like? Well, I didn't even know she was here. Get you an Amy, too. You asked for juice, Holmes. But I got you. I'm going to show y'all some things that I do to make some amazing nachos. Oh, they got my fish. They got my fish sticks. Do they have my crab cakes? Nope. Nope, nope. Alright, so we're going to get some chorizo. Alright, we're going to get some of these. Chorizo. Oh, they got Italian sausage crumbles. That ought to be good. I'm gonna get some butter. I wish they had the big doggone. They don't have the big ones. Shucks. And I haven't seen crabless crab cakes in months. Yeah, I haven't seen those. Okay. Alright, so Jennifer wants an Amy. You know what? I forgot they said these big Amy's over here. I might get one of these for myself. This stuff is good right here, y'all. That I haven't tried their enchiladas, but I'll probably get some. I don't know if I'm gonna do that today or not. Oh, the cheese. Jennifer's not gonna eat any of that. Yeah, she's not gonna eat a stitch of that. I can tell y'all straight up. But yeah, I get back, back to my boss's story. I was getting a little concerned because it wasn't like her not to, call me back and not to answer the phone. And I went by to go turn my paperwork in. She wasn't at home because, of course, she's working from home now. So I'm like, dang, what's going on? So she called me back. She's like, everything's good, yeah. And then I was like, well, I've been emailing you, I've been texting you, blah, blah, blah. She was like, let me check my phone. She didn't have any. I got you. I'm going to get you the Kale one. Dang, chill out. I got you, boo. And Mr. YouTube, please don't demonetize my video because of this song in the background. Please don't do that. I am not playing that. So I'm going to try to talk over I'll Rise Up so that they won't demonetize my thing, because I'm sure somebody's going to have a copyright. I don't want y'all demonetized. She's just so loud in the background too. I walked right past the doggone Amy's and forgot about him. Oh my Lord. Oh well. I'm not gonna be able to monetize this one. I already know. Oh well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, y'all. Give me an Amy's the Kale one. Oh goodness. I got this some cardio. I'm walking around here out of breath. Oh, do they have any? Of course they do. You know, it's funny, they have this one, Jennifer. They have in the big size, but they don't have that one in the big size. That's something else. That's crazy. Because if they had the big one, I would get that one. Then we both could enjoy it, you know? Alright, y'all sit right here for a minute.
Did you place bags in the bagging area?
No, I put my phone up there.
Did you place bags in
Oh
bagging
my
area?
God. Shit.
Check bagging area and remove items before starting.
Yeah, whatever. I did.
Welcome valued customer. Continue scanning.
Y'all a trip.
If you have your shopper's card, scan it now.
How about if I have my shopper card, you just can be quiet?
Place item in bag or cart, then scan.
How about
next
you can do that?
Place item in bag or cart.
You know you crazy when you're
scan
talking to the
next
doggone
item.
thing, right? Y'all do realize that, right? And I wasn't gonna do a live this morning, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I wasn't gonna do it because anyway, it's gonna be crazy. I'm not even gonna tell y'all that. I gotta stop coming up here spending this kind of damn money. This is crazy.
Scan your shopper's card or cart.
We put Jennifer's number in so that she can get her gas points.
Your total is $41.31. If you have coupons,
I got 2
press
bags of groceries. How in the world am I spending $41?
and follow instructions on PayPal.
So Jennifer told me about this app, y'all. It's called Starfinder, right? They do talk
Remember
too
to
much.
take your receipt. Thank you. Remove all purchased items.
She was talking just too much. Oh,
You didn't want the bread?
I do want that bread. Thank you. I sure do, and I'll be mad when I got home. Thank you so much. I knew it was something I was forgetting. All right, have a good day. Thank you, ma'am. They do talk too much because you be in there trying to doggone do anything. It's like, put your shopper's card in, put your money in. And then it's kind of confusing because if you go ahead and try to pay, if you don't click the doggone card button, you'll do your whole process and then you'll be all messed up. So it's great. I was about to leave my bread. Y'all saw that, right? But the girl that was working over there, she scared me because she walked up on me like she did. And I'm like, y'all, I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but I had grabbed my phone and I was like, I kept looking, I'm like, I'm missing something. And she was like, you don't want that bread? Yeah, I want that bread. I showed her. Go ahead. I'm like, yeah, I want that bread. That's why I put it in my shopping cart. So anyway, I'm gonna get out here and take this mask off. Then we're gonna talk about POTUS, whom is my wife's favorite person on the planet. Hey, yikes. Where are you? I'm at Kroger. You know, let's go Kroger, a better way to shop. Y'all gotta be old to know that song. That used to be Kroger's jingle back in probably the 80s. You know, the older I get, the more I embrace my age. You know, some folks, they be like, oh my God, I'm getting older. I can't believe it. And blah, blah, blah. Man, I'm like, whatever. Y'all can just go somewhere with that. So anyway, what is the stuff called? The amoxicillin, Mulligan, whatever, that the president's been, talking about. And it's funny because the president doesn't wear a mask. The president is not, he's not practicing social distancing up until like last week. Everybody around the president wasn't wearing masks and all this kind of stuff. And the president, too busy thinking about someone special. I don't understand. So anyway, the president said, he's gonna cut off funding to the WHO, the World Health Organization, which I'm not sure if that's a bad thing or not. Then he sent this letter hammering the, the World Health Organization and China. And then China, China's back, is clapping back. So I mean, I don't know. I wish they would all get themselves together. Because right now I'm heavy in the market. I need the market to like shoot up the. Well, I don't never watch what the market's doing. I trade the ELTs or whatever they're called. And y'all know I'm in the SPY. So if anybody can check the SPY, let me know. Where we at right now. Hopefully we've gone over 295 and we're headed toward 298. My break even is at 298. So anything above 298, my money's gonna be like doubling, tripling, quadrupling like crazy. Now yesterday, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Yesterday with that pop we had, because I had predicted this last week, so I bought a $32 option. Yesterday it was up over 700%. It went from $32 up to like 291. I didn't sell. I'm holding because honestly, y'all, I've never had an option to give me 1,000%, and I think I got a good chance of getting it right here. So we're gonna see, and if not, it's a $32 investment. But yeah, that's why I'm like, man, if I had the account where I could just trade, I believe I'd be able to do pretty well, because I'm always predicting. I'm always predicting the market. I ain't gonna say always. I ain't gonna say I'm 100%. I'm just gonna say that I am pretty good. I'm about 65, 70% accurate. Did I miss the insurance? Yes, you missed the insurance talk. Were you one of the ones that was like, yeah, let's do the insurance talk, please, please, please? Were you one of those people? Because if you one of those people, and I told you guys we're gonna do the insurance talk on Monday evening, then you in trouble, okay? But it's posted. It's in the playlist. It's on the channel. But I will warn you, okay? When you go back, listen. When y'all go back and watch replays, I have heavily, listen to me, I have heavily inputted ads in those, especially the ones y'all request, because it's payday time. Okay. And I just believe in telephone. I was looking for you. I was like, who was the person who requested the insurance? And we had a good discussion last night. We went about 50 minutes. It won't be the last time either. I mean, because I could talk insurance probably for the next 5 days and never say the same thing twice. Okay. I was guided to stay out of the market last year. Glad I listened. Good for you. We're getting perishable, non-perishables. The breads, the comfort food, the Morning Stars. That's what we do. Let's see here. Yep, that was me. All right, it's all good. Someone special like your Jennifer is to you, dear. Oh, yeah, I go to the end of the earth for that chick. I sure will. I hopefully she knows it. I don't think. You know what? I'm not the kind of person. My love language is not, oh, baby, I love you so much. Let me kiss your shoulders. Let me rub your feet. That's not my love language. My love language is trying to do for you. Trying to take care of you. Trying to make sure you're okay. That's my love language. I don't like when Jennifer, is like, oh, I'm gonna go to the grocery store. No, because if anybody's gonna get sick and die, I want it to be me. Jennifer don't cut no grass. I don't allow her to cut grass. She's like, but I enjoy cutting grass. You will never cut grass as long as I got the ability. Even if I get an arm cut off, I'm still gonna get out there and figure out a way to cut grass. I'll zip tie the little start handle, pull the thing, and I'll cut it with one arm. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that I believe that men should do. Now, I used to be like, you can't take out the trash, but I've kind of lifted that little restriction. I'm like, you can take trash out. I don't take trash out. But pumping gas, I don't like for the pump gas. Just certain things I don't think that, not to say women should do. I don't think wives should do. Okay. So anyway, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm a chauvinist. I'm a pig. But I'm a chauvinist and a pig in a good way, right? What y'all think? And I can't stand seeing people park on the wrong side of the street. And I was about to do it, and I just can't do it. I just cannot do it. I can't. I just can't. I met lots. Y'all, I can't catch all the lies. But
hey, you know what? I appreciate it. And I know, I was thinking this morning, that's why I wasn't going to do a live this morning, because I want to scale back some of the lives, but I enjoy them so much. And then we have so many of you guys that are regular that come in every morning for the live. So I'm like, man, I don't want to disappoint anybody, I also want to do what's best for the channel, but it's all about the people. It's all about the people. And the algorithm will eventually catch up with us, and I know that, I like chivalry, thankfully so does my husband. That's me. I won't let nobody else shop. Yeah, I mean, I just don't like it. And I did all the shopping before this even all happened. That's so sweet of you, treating her like a queen. I ain't gonna go that far now. Maybe a princess. maybe a princess. I don't know about a queen. Yeah, that's my baby though. She don't call me Sir Rod though, y'all. I don't know why. I don't know why she doesn't call me Sir Rod. Y'all call me Sir Rod. I don't know why she doesn't. She just be like, honey, Roderick. Sir Rod has such a good ring to it. Don't y'all agree? Sir Rod is like, it's like so noble when you hear Sir Rod. And it's got such a good ring to it, Hear ye, the King's Court and all his men. Introducing Sir Rod and Madam J. Women back in those days, they didn't have really an identity. Like a knight, yeah, like a knight, exactly. Then you can be Sir Rod. What? Soon as it's coming too fast. Rogers, that's your name. But yeah, on here, Sir Rod, you know that.
As soon as you start calling me Queen Jen or Lady J.
You can't be Lady J. That's Jacqueline Smith.
Okay, well, as soon as you start calling me Queen Jen, you be Sir Rod.
Why would I call you something above a knight?
Cause you married up, homie. That's why.
Level up, 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 level up.
Hey. I know you excited and you thought to yourself you was gonna come in, you was gonna make yourself something to eat, you was gonna sit down and you was gonna eat and everything was gonna be great and you was gonna be chilling. But you just got an emergency call from Lisa at Nemo Court. They have managed to apparently break a circuit breaker and their refrigerator is out.
I will contact my boss so she can dispatch whoever house that is, which is not mine.
All right.
Was that the second call or was that the first call?
The first
So she called back?
No. That was not the first call. The first people didn't call back. That was the first time she called.
Yes, I'm about to make me something to eat, and then I'm getting out of here. True time to. No, I heard the details. You just told me the details. Didn't she call? Well, then I got a phone number, and I don't really need a phone number. Oh, that's my time to lose fridge. Okay, let me see what y'all are saying. Alright, Roderick is your name. I fought my husband on mowing. I have 4 acres and $5. I need time to myself. Now, that's totally different right there. If you're on a riding lawnmower, that's totally different. True time to self is priceless. I didn't even mention my 5 kids last night. Oh my, what a time to lose fridge. Yes, I mean this, and that's like the second call that we've gotten about fridges this week from 2 different places. Yeah, Jennifer always claims she loved mowing grass too. Nemo. Alright, y'all hold on. I gotta make a phone call, find out who it called earlier. I ended up leaving I left the emergency phone at the house, so we're gonna make a phone call and see what is going on. In times like that's when it happens. Yeah, it never happens when you got a pocket full of money and no food in the refrigerator. That's never when things happen. Things always happen at the worst possible moment. Why? Because when something will happen, it could happen.
Hello?
Hey, good morning. This is the maintenance emergency line. You had called earlier.
Yeah, I was talking about, I need the door over so I can get my TV out of there.
You need a what now?
I need my room door open.
Are you locked out?
Yeah, because I have moved and they locked the door. They got the key and I can't get in there and get the rest of my property out of there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a office call actually. What location are you at?
Right now?
No, the house in question.
Okay, 4269 Longwood Road, Virginia, Virginia.
Okay. Yeah. Call the maintenance coordinator for that, cause that's something I can't do for you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Bye bye. That's something I'm not gonna do for you, cause you done got yourself put out. Now you want me to go get in trouble and let you in. What kind of mess is that? Because normally when we put people out, y'all, not only do we put them out, but we put a restraining order against them too. Now I don't know if that's the case this time, but okay, she got it. Good. Alright, so my boss got Nemo, so I ain't gotta worry about it. You see how that works? Holmes, talking to you, Jennifer. Lady J, Lady Jen. Introducing to the royal court and all his highnesses, and Humpty Dumpty and all his men, Sir Rod and Lady Jen. That all rhymes too. It's rhyme time. Rhyme time. This dog hates me, y'all. Just so y'all know, this dog hates me. She like you. Girl, please. That's all I do is make noise. That's all I do is make noise. I do not care. Alexa. Alexa. I'm going to say just make it a song. Hey, I make up songs all the time. You can ask Jennifer. I am like the song making king. Song maker upper king. So I'm going to get my little stuff ready. I'm going to probably roll with this. Thought I put a hole in it. There it is. Ooh, y'all see that steam? So anyway, yeah, I don't have a problem. You know, like when we get our acreage, and if Jennifer wants to go out and get on the tractor, you know, I just feel, I don't know why, but I just feel like that would be safer than her out there pushing a lawnmower. And y'all know what happened to me, you know, what, about 3 weeks ago, I was out there cutting grass and the doggone blade broke off and shot out from under the lawnmower. So since then I've been extra diligent and careful about, you know, what I do, how I do, who I do it with, and all that kind of stuff. Especially with these lawnmowers, because Jennifer's like, something is rattling. I fixed my riding lawnmower. She's like, something is rattling on your lawnmower. I'm like, baby, it's all metal. It's supposed to rattle, you know? It's going to. Yeah, I think so. It's going to rattle, you know? So anyway. Level up, level up, level up. They are both equally dangerous. I agree, because you can tip that doggone riding lawnmower over just like you can get something shoot out from under the walk behind. So I agree, Tasha. But I don't know. It's just, you know, it's just certain things that within my power I'm gonna do. And now I'm not gonna ever wash a car. That's not gonna ever happen. Okay? I am not the car. Who love washing a car? I don't. I just said I will not go. I would not go outside and wash a car. Now I'll take her car to the little washing machine thing with Jiggy. I'll pay the $20. But as far as me getting out there and spending an hour of my time washing a car, I think that's silly. I'd rather spend the gas, spend the money, go have it done in like 5 minutes, and then roll out. But that's just me, y'all. You know. I hope y'all don't mind me eating in front of y'all. And normally I don't stand in front of the microwave like this, because I think it's extremely dangerous. This is a special occasion. Is anything what? Think it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh no, everything is dangerous. Everything can kill you. I would say something right there to that remark. I love washing and cleaning my car out peacefully. I would say something to that, but I'm not.
When it's warm,
I like washing the car. It's fun. Me too.
I'm not gonna deal with it when it's cold. The car can look like a homeless person when it's cold.
Let me tell y'all. I love washing the car too. It's just that my washing the car and y'all washing the car is two different things. When I wash the car, I pull up to the doohickey. I pull my wallet out. I stick the card in the machine. I pick ultimate, super duper, expensive wash. I roll around there. I let Jeffrey, ooh Lord, I spit. I let Jeffrey doggone wash it down first, and then we ride through it. That's my idea of washing the car. This getting outside and getting sweaty and all that, that's for the birds. I mean,
Oh, baby, that's half the fun.
who's fun?
Like Tasha just said, I like washing the car. It's fun. Me and Jen used to wash the cars at grandma's house. Like, it's fun to get out and mess around in the water and wash the car and take something that was dirty and make it shiny.
Maybe
like,
for a Pisces it is, but not for a Taurus.
Like, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? I don't like doing that. That's too time consuming.
Okay.
I could be doing other things other than standing outside, putting some soap on the car, wash it off. Soap on the car, wash it off.
All right.
I mean, does anybody agree with me on this? Anybody?
Nobody agrees with what you said. See? Exactly. That's what you did in the summertime when it was hot and you had to be outside anyway. You wash the car, that way you get something done, and that's productive. And you cool
I'm
down.
listening.
And you got
All right, I gotta agree. Thank you. Thank you, Flora.
Don't agree with him. Foolishness.
Wait a minute. Who's the Taurus and who's the Pisces? Because Jim is the Pisces, I'm the Taurus.
Yes.
And you know those fish love to dig on water. And I love earth.
I don't know what's wrong with
Even though I don't like getting my hands dirty. Me, my kids, wash my truck. I heard you, buddy. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. Get the machine washed, because then you know it's going to be clean. Oh, you the Pisces and your husband's the Taurus? Wow, y'all just like me and Jennifer. Gemini, and I love the water. Well, you're like an anomaly, okay?
Really?
All right? That's not normal.
Get out of here, boy. Ratchet.
You know Tasha's an anomaly. That's my baby, though. So I went and looked at the house a while ago. It's literally, listen, Tasha, if you walk out of your Aunt Mary's house, walk down the street to the red light, the house is literally, you can see it from that light. I said, I don't know if I like this or not.
Wow, she ain't never gonna come over.
Yeah, but my honeydew list is going to grow like crazy. Good morning, guys.
What honeydew do you do around here?
I got to go in and fix our deck now.
I said around here.
Oh. The ones I make myself.
Exactly. So it's not really a honeydew list. That's your.
Those two are magnetic. What's up, Chocolate Beauty? How you doing this morning? Yeah, it will be easy to check on her if we were to buy it. We won't buy it though because it needs too much work. It will be a great property though, and the price is right, but it needs way too much work. VA won't approve that. I know that for a fact. But it's a nice property. And I looked at two properties this morning, and both of those properties had pecan trees. Can y'all believe that? Isn't that amazing?
Ella, stop eating the dirt outside. Why'd you go outside and
Jennifer
eat
feeds
the
these
dirt?
dogs like crazy, and they go outside and always root around in the dirt like they're pigs. Well, good, Chocolate Beauty. I'm so happy you're doing well.
You're not a farm dog. Regular
Still doing
dog.
school, so I'm in and out. Hey, I understand, Miss Grace. Mm-mm.
So mad right now.
So this is gonna be my breakfast and my lunch today. Because once I leave out of here, again, I'm going to be in Virginia Beach and Chesapeake for the rest of the day. Oh, really? I have been looking in North Carolina. However, anywhere in North Carolina we move, it's going to add a serious commute. And I'm even, right now, I just got mixed feelings about everything, because we could go by out in the country right now and then have this crazy doggone drive every day. Hey, y'all, doing another homestead hunter soon? I don't know. I may pick up Jennifer. I say Junior. I may pick up Jennifer this afternoon and take a go look at this. I did find one earlier. One of them had a pecan tree in the back. I'll take her around the one by our mom's house too. But yeah, we'll do another episode of Homestead Hunters. So hunger, that's not a bad idea. However, I don't think VA is going to approve it because it needs work. But then again, I don't know. VA is something different. I'm eating. I forgot to show y'all. So I'm eating this Amy's black bean enchilada. Black bean and vegetable enchilada. So just something real quick. Something I can throw in the mic and throw it in my mouth. Right. When are you going to be making some videos, brother? Videos on what, RD Prepper? We do videos every day. Just because they live don't mean they're not videos. Because I turn them into videos after. Put a trailer on what? That's how I go. And it's good. I enjoy this one. It's made with this really rich, creamy, not creamy, but it has a really nice chili to it. And then I'm gonna eat this other one too, because I'm putting in all my calories for the next like 8 to 10 hours. Tahanga? Does Tahanga have a channel? Who knows what she's singing in the background? She's always singing something though. Which brings me to what I was going to tell you guys. So, she told me about this app. What's the name of the app? Star Maker. So, she tells me about this app called Star Maker. And it comes up on my little TikTok and everything. I said, let me download this. Because, I think I can halfway sing a little bit. I sang the first song and I was like, oh, I am getting rid of this app. Even if you can sing, it makes you sound like you horrible. You have a little channel? Aw. Don't say it's little, just say it's up and coming. Are you both vegans or vegetarians? Yes, we are both vegetarians. Jennifer was a vegetarian way before I was. Then I converted her back to eating meat. Then we went through our fasting journey last year, and ever since then we've been vegetarian. We went raw vegan for a while, probably like 4 months. That was hard. Now this one I'm eating is this one. Some Mexican casserole. You have a nice day too, my friend. You heard a Disney song? Wow. Okay. But y'all can look for another Homestead Hunters probably in the next couple of days. Oxford, North Carolina, or Roanoke? No, we hadn't looked that far away. We've looked at Gates County. We looked at surrounding areas where we are. Gates County, Elizabeth City, areas like that. Roanoke, Rapids, and Oxford. That's probably a little bit too far away. Cause see, y'all got to understand, we still have to keep our jobs. We have to keep the jobs that we have right now. We have to. Now, hopefully, when I start the new business, hey, sky's the limit. Then we can kind of move out in the country or whatever, or move into the country of North Carolina. But yeah, right now, the way our lives are set, we got to do something that doesn't create an extremely long drive. Because see, traffic here in Virginia is crazy. So you might get used to a 50-minute drive like Jennifer. She drives, like 50, 55 minutes to work every day. Some of those days, that drive is an hour and 30 minutes. Because people don't know how to drive. Yeah, Jacksonville is not too far. I've actually been to Jacksonville. And even with Elizabeth City, that gives us about an hour and 30-minute drive, back and forth to work. So you got to take that in consideration. Then, when everything opens back up, I'll be at the church. What?
Not you, babe. Sorry. Yeah, no. I was asking the question. Did you ever get
I'll be at the church, late at night, leaving out at 9 o'clock at night, and then with an hour and a half long drive. Yeah, that's beautiful.
So
Jennifer's working from home. I'm not. Yes, we're very near Virginia Beach.
Okay, then that's why
Extremely
Sharon
near.
hasn't marked it for deletion yet, because we still have invoices that are old on that account that
Yes, ma'am.
paid.
We're actually in Portsmouth.
So, okay, all right, I got it. Yeah, we have one invoice out there, but I will go back and find the actual initial record of when their EIN changed to figure out whether or not this particular one needs to be moved to the new account before it gets to confirm.
And we will not live in Virginia Beach. That's just not gonna happen. Wilmington, Wilmington's not that, We're open to anything. I'll leave it at that. We're open. But it's always boils down to if we want to have a 2-hour drive to work, And I'd even thought about that 22 acres. And then, that'd be our primary resident. But, Monday through Friday, we still even live here.
No, that's perfect, because if
So,
their EIN changes, then
it's crazy.
the invoices that are posted have to be reversed and put to the right place. The only problem that I need to look into
We're in Wilmington?
to determine whether or not these are PO items. If they're not PO items, I'll just move them. If they're PO
Honestly,
items,
y'all,
it's a little bit of a challenge.
The dream of having land right now
But they look like they're not
is
PO,
dwindling.
they're just to the advertising.
To be honest with y'all.
Center, so
I mean, we're
they
in a
are
situation
vacant,
and position
I'll
where we
just
could do
move
it.
These to the other account. But this account needs to be marked for deletion if we're really not going to use it, because
I don't know. I just don't know at this point in time. So I'm looking at a whole bunch of stuff in the city.
And that was my only thing. I was like, well, when did we post these versus when the change happened?
Because I really love that 22 acres out there. Me and my husband are
Yeah, so that's fine.
WFH 2.
Yeah, that's fine. I just need to move these, and then after I've got them moved, I'll let her
Over
know
and done it with
to,
nursing.
Take it out, to
Yeah.
mark for deletion, because you can't mark it for deletion while I'm in it reverse.
And see, my hold up right now, when you've gone from
First, and once that's done, she can mark it for deletion, and then
being homeless
on the new account.
to owning a house and doing okay, you don't want to take any steps back. You thought SSTO, you wouldn't want to live. I don't want to live in the city. However,
Ha ha ha.
I'm not the only person making decisions. And you know, think about it like this. Whether we live 20, 30 miles in the country, or if we live in the city, if we still work in the city, if SHTF happens, guess what? We're still in the freaking city. Unless just by some miracle, it happens while we're at home in the country. You know?
Nothing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just,
But no, I don't want to live in the city.
Like, all of the messages that are coming into the front desk,
Not at all.
not there, are being forwarded to Kathleen's phone. So Kathleen
I mean, does that make sense to you guys?
Messages. But
If SHTF happened right this minute,
something that's kind of incomplete. She's like, Marty called and asked for accounts payable.
and you work in the city, it's almost just as bad as you live in the city.
She gave me his phone number, like I'm just supposed to know who that is, and then she's like,
So you still gotta,
and he's like, it's about shipping, and I'm like, shipping's not a.
do the best you can with the cards you have.
Like what? No, normally she's good. Like the first message she sent me this morning.
And the last thing I want to do right now.
The first message she sent me this morning, she was like, hey, I got a call from Billy at AC Business Media about some overdue invoices. She gave me the
Well, I just got an indication that the president was about to go live and talk about helping farmers.
Called and asked for accounts payable. No, she physically talked to him, but she's like, and he said it was about shipping, so I asked him to talk to the shipping department. You're physically talking to me. And she was like, no, he said it's in reference to, he got from the finance department to deal with it.
So, it's,
well, why didn't Martin just
and I'm gonna talk a little bit louder when I get out in the truck, because I don't want to interrupt. Jennifer's at work right now. I don't want to interrupt her.
From the finance box. Who is Marty? Who's that? Because now I'm like, okay, now you put your
This is water, of course.
Probably not. It might be Martin from Dynatech.
What you mean time to help someone?
I asked him
Please explain.
time, like on Wednesday, he had time to give us our. That's the only person I can think of that might be, because his name is Martin.
Love you, bye.
Love you, baby. See you later. So it might.
All right, see y'all rats.
Yeah. But that's the only person I can think of that definitely give me.
Okay. All right, so here's our dilemma, and I want you guys in this process, involved in this process, so y'all can help us make decisions, okay? And that's why we're being so open about everything we're doing, so that we can not only have you guys a part of it, and wherever we end up, it's going to be a blessing for us. Because you got to remember, 7-8 years ago, we didn't have anywhere to live. So we bought this house, which y'all can see behind me, the little awning. We bought this house like 4 years ago. Jennifer qualified for it by herself. I was nowhere close to being mortgage qualification ready at all. Not even the least bit. I'm looking at my roof. My roof looks good. That's good. So our plan is to buy something somewhere. I would love to buy in a more rural area. However, unless, and I'm just trying to keep common sense about this. Unless you're going to live out with the Shofarians in Shofar Mountain with Pastor Joe Fox, or unless you have, and I don't know where Pastor Dow lives, or Bear Independence, unless you're going to be out in those rural areas like that, in my opinion, listen to me, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, because I try to use good common horse sense, as my granddad used to say. In my opinion, if SHTF happens and there is some kind of civil unrest, and that is my biggest concern. My biggest concern is civil unrest. Unless you're out in the sticks where people cannot see you and find you, you're gonna be caught up in all that mess anyway. I would love to be in the country, but I also work at the city. Yeah, I mean, so we have to be practical with this. So our plan, I found a really nice property sitting on 4 acres out in Tasha. If you still own, it's out like in it's close to Smithfield. You know, that's some more of a rural area. But, you know, like Pastor Joe Fox says, come out of her, my people. Even if I'm living out in rural Suffolk, that is still the city, you know? And Suffolk is huge, and Suffolk is very rural. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I believe, okay, so like we live right now probably 22 miles away from Virginia Beach. I live 10 minutes from Norfolk. I live in the city of Portsmouth. We have set up our lifestyles that if anything happens, we'll be okay. And I have this theory that if anything happens, if SHTF goes down, I believe that if you can survive the first 90 days, I think you have a 90% chance of making it. That's just my opinion. I don't have any statistics on this. I probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, but that's just Roderick's statistics right there. My thing is now, in order, and listen, we could qualify. I want y'all to understand. We could qualify for some land way out. Like that 22 and a half acres I've been looking at, that is way out there in the country. So if SH was to happen and we were out there, we'd be good to go. But if SHTF happened and we were at work, if an EMP was to strike right now, bam, and I'm like literally around the corner from my house, I can walk home, all right? And we would implement lockdown phase, you know? And, you know, we would arm ourselves and we would get ready. We would definitely go on a fast. We would start an immediate fast. Probably for the first 5 to 10, maybe 20 days. Just so we would not, Portsmouth, you're right, Kev. Just so we would not, you know, start eating our preps. So, I mean, we have things in place now because we're in the city, or due to the fact that we're in the city. We have things in place now. My concern, one of my biggest concerns, is money. Okay, money. I don't know if you guys need it or not, but we have things to pay every month. Right? And we've been blessed and fortunate. I'm being facetious right now, but we've been blessed and fortunate enough to be able to work this whole time. Okay? Yeah, family in Norfolk. Oh, that is too cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm 10 minutes from Norfolk. Literally. I can go over the bridge and bam, I'm in Norfolk. Matter of fact, if I was to make this left, hop on the interstate, I'd be in Norfolk in probably like 7.5 minutes, if that, as long as there's no traffic. That's another thing. Traffic is atrocious around here. So, my thing is, how much stimulus do y'all think the people should get if the government gives more out? I think if they're going to give more out, I think that people like myself and you, Kev H, who have worked the whole entire time, I think we should get more than people who are sitting at home. Case in point. And I hope nobody takes offense to this, okay? But case in point, right now, my son is in a situation where he's watching his two sisters sit at home and make more money than him going out and busting his hind parts moving boxes at UPS. Now, this next stimulus that they're talking about passing, it is said it is going to give a $13 an hour increase to what they consider essential personnel. I don't know if I fall into that category or not. Of course, they were calling healthcare workers essential personnel. They were calling food delivery people essential personnel, which that's essential personnel. You know, they were calling a whole bunch of people essential personnel, which is fine. You know, I keep passing this little, it's like and it's a house of style. I'm getting off track, but it's like a Mexican style, like Pueblo style, and it's so cute. I think I'm gonna stop. It's just on a major road, and we don't want to live on a major road. So anyway, great question. Thank you for asking that. Somebody lost their cat. I hate seeing that. But yeah, I think it's going to be hard for them to pass another stimulus if they open up the country all the way. However, if the numbers run up like, you know, I think they are, they're going to have to pass a stimulus because they're going to put the country back in lockdown again. Good morning. Just popping to say hello. It's been a busy morning for me. I understand. Oh, I get it. I don't have but a few bills. And we don't have any. You know, we have a mortgage and we have the utilities. That's all the bills. We've paid off all our debt. Okay? And I'm very proud and happy to say that because it's been a long time coming. So yeah, we could technically, listen to me, we could, if we wanted to, we could go move out into a more rural area right this minute. However, with us still working our jobs the way we're working them, you know, and Queenie had a really good point when I talked to her about it. She's like, Roderick, people make ways and they find ways to do what they want to do in their lives. And I'm like, you know what, Queenie, you're absolutely right. And it really started to open me up to looking at the more rural areas. But then I started looking at, do I really want to spend that amount of money for 22 acres that most of it we're never going to even explore, less known use? And then I looked into, okay, well, if we clear the land and, you know, take the trees out, how much money would that produce? And it wouldn't produce enough to justify the means. And then I looked at also, right now, I'm having a hard enough time just maintaining the little property that we're at. Okay. Now, granted, I would be more motivated to maintain the 22 acres, but then we don't have equipment, and I don't know if the house is going to come with tractors. I don't know if it's going to come with, you know, the land units that we need in order to do that. I think if they gave every person $1,000 per month until the economy is back on track and jobs are back, would help people recover from being out of work for 2 months. I agree. And that was part of the proposal I heard. It was supposed to be $2,000 up front and then $2,000 a month for 6 months. And then if it continues on, it could continue for 6 months after that. So 12 months. Then it was $2,000 up front and then $1,000 a month, you know, for 6 months. Then they will reassess it and it'll just be an automatic kick in for up to 12 months. Now they're proposing, you know, I don't know how much up front, but for essential personnel, an additional $13 an hour for all the hours that you work since January. I think it's January 27th. Okay, and I'm like, send it. Hell, send it, because I work 40 plus hours every week. Send it to me. You know, and I'm not the kind of person that, you know, that will apply for handouts. I've never applied for food stamps, never applied for public assistance, never done that. I don't knock anybody who does. But I just believe, especially when I was younger and I was, you know, definitely capable, I believe in picking yourself up by your bootstraps, you know. Get to work. But in this case right here, I'm not going to turn it down. And if they're going to bankrupt the country, hey, I might as well get mine too. And then, now at that point, if we get a stimulus and I get a lump sum back payment, now Jennifer won't be eligible, because anybody who's working from home, they won't be eligible for that stimulus of the back pay or whatever, or the $13 an hour, which is very unfortunate, because if we both got $13 an hour times how many hours we've worked since January 27th, OMG, that would be love. Now, we'd be having a whole different conversation at that point in time, because if we had a lump sum of $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, then instead of us looking, cause see what we're doing right now, we're looking for city properties so we can live in it a year or two, and then find another one, buy that, live in that for a year or two, and then just keep, you know, flipping properties like that and renting them. To me, that would be counted as hazardous pay for workers. It would be a blessing, but scary, considering I know it's scary. And I keep quoting this J. Paul Getty quote. If you owe the bank, I need to go to the bank. If you owe the bank $100, it's your problem. If the bank owes you, if you owe the bank $100 million, it's the bank's problem. And at this point in time, the country is like what, 23, 25, $30 trillion in debt. It's not my problem anymore, you know. And that's just the way I look at it. Because we're in so much debt that even if we all started paying the national debt off, which none of us have enough money to pay it off, not even all together. You know, and that's the way the country runs. The country runs in a deficit. It does not run like your household. Your household runs where the less debt you have, the more money you keep, right? The country runs, the more debt we have, the more the economy is rolling. Okay, how? Just checking in, super busy today. Hey, Tara. How are you today? Glad you came in. I agree with the lockdown circumstance and stimulus would be okay. Yeah, and that's the only time I would agree with something like that. Well, I'm not going to say the only time, but under this circumstance, I agree with it. But, you know, I think it is very, I hate to say fair and unfair, but I keep hearing from people who've been working the whole entire time. And I keep hearing grumbling about how not right it is that people like myself and people, because I'm friends with a lot of care providers because that's my company. That's what we do. We do special, we do care for people with special needs. So a lot of my friends in this industry are grumbling because they're like, it's not fair that the people who decide to take furlough are able to get unemployment and they're making, just as much or more money in some instances than we who have been working the whole time. I can see that point. I can truly see that point. I'm not gonna say that's where I am. I'm really thankful. I take the attitude of just being grateful. I am extremely grateful and thankful that my job has kept me on. Because they did furlough one of our guys. Our new guy, he had just started like 2 or 3 weeks, and then boom. It's like, hey, we shutting down everything. That poor fella, he was out of work for a month. And he didn't get unemployment. I was like, man, did you fire? He's like, yeah, man, but it's tied up. I was like, bro, keep on it because you were unemployed that time. Get that money. I don't think it will be an issue, but I think they should increase tax on businesses who are based there in other countries that have lower wage costs and tax more on those imports. And then Proverbs 31 said definitely. I don't know what the solution is, y'all, but I'm not gonna, because I was listening to oh gosh, what's the man's name? I can't think of his name now. He always talks about, get out of debt, pay your mortgage off, all this kind of stuff. I can't remember his name now, but he had a call in. Actually, I was listening to Rush Limbaugh one day. He had a call in and get a stimulus, but I'm looking for somebody to give it to. I'm like, give her my freaking number. I'm screaming at the radio because I'm like, I just think some people, I think some people talk themselves out of blessings from the universe. I know some of you guys don't believe in the mysticism of, positive attraction and the law of attraction. I know some of y'all don't believe that, but I'm telling you, it is so true. And whatever you speak and say out of your mouth, you start believing in your mind, it's going to happen. Years ago, Jennifer and I would sit around and we'd be like, babe, how nice would it be to be able to own a house? How nice would it be, babe, to be... No, it's not Jim Cramer, it's the other guy. Jim Cramer is the stock guy. I'm talking about the get out of debt. Oh, God, what is his name? He's the Christian dude. He's written several books. I can't remember his name. And I saw one of his videos pop up this morning. Dave Ramsey, that's him. Dave Ramsey, that's the guy. Yep. So Dave Ramsey's on there, and I agree with a lot of things that Dave Ramsey says. I think some of the things that he teaches is kind of a little far-fetched. I mean, and I think with anybody, you have to take what's going to work for you and your family and use what's going to work for you and your family. Because not everything that works for everybody else is going to work for you. Case in point, I had a friend that called me last week. He's like, man, what if I told you could take the money in your pocket and you could turn it into real currency because the stuff in your pocket is not real money? I was like, yeah, that's fiat currency. And I started giving him an education on fiat currency. He's like, okay, yeah, I see you educated. He's like, blah, blah, blah. He started telling me about this. I said, man, I hate to even interrupt you, but I'm already part of that company. And anyway, everything that works for somebody else, and just remember this, everything that works for somebody else doesn't work for you because of timing sometimes. Now, right now, we can stay in the house we're in, and we probably literally could pay this thing off in the next 5 years. Actually, it ain't no problem. We could actually pay it off in 3 years. And that was a year ago if we had started then. That's not the course that we want to move to. You know, we want to do something different. Would it be nice to be mortgage free? Oh heck yeah, that would be awesome. But that's not where we are right now. I'm grateful and blessed for now. Oh gosh, what is it? Right now. I've been supporting local business by paying it forward. Well, bless you for that. He's pretty down there. I love down there rants. Don't get me wrong. I love his teaching. I love what he's doing for, to help folks. And I caught a little video that he was talking about, some of the things when we come out of this to definitely avoid. And I totally agree with him. Avoid the hell out of what's those things? Those timeshares. Yes, avoid a timeshare like the plague. And I can sniff timeshare salespeople out. We were down when we was in Florida or in Orlando, and when we caught the first and only professional basketball game that we've ever caught, with the Orlando Magic facing up against the Chicago Bulls back in December. That was this lady. She was like, "You guys here on vacation?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, how long you gonna be?" I'm like, "We leaving out." Like it was like 2 days then. She's like, "Well, come see me in the morning. We're gonna give you guys a free." I was like, "No, thank you." But it's gonna be free. I was like, "No." I like, you're trying to tell me it's a timeshare, and I'm not interested. I'm not doing that, ma'am. I'm getting out of that. I'm not getting further in debt. And that, to me, that's one of the worst investments you can ever get. First of all, how many trips are you gonna take? And then you're paying monthly on a service that you only use maybe once or twice a year, if that. It's crazy, It's almost like insurance to me, like life insurance, like we talked about last night. Life insurance is the only purchase that you ever make that when you use it, you don't use it. Career driven while you're tubing. Oh, careful driving while. Yes, I am carefully driving while I'm tubing. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Trust me, when I'm looking at y'all, there are no cars around me. I know it. I seems like I'm looking at you guys often. But yeah, when I'm over there, it makes it. I keep telling y'all, when y'all see me driving, it helps me when y'all just do one-liners. Okay, when y'all do just one-liners, I can glance over like careful driving while you tubing. Yep, I can do that. I can see that. But when you guys, have several lines together, it bunches up and I can't see it because it starts to blend into the background. So y'all just keep that in mind for me, because I really do try to read you guys' comments and comment on your comments. It just makes it a little more difficult, if you can space them out. Type one line, send it, type another line, send it. And I know when you're in your flow, it's hard to do. But if y'all could do that, that'd be great. Like Kev H, he keeps typing paragraphs. That is really, really, really hard for me to read. But when I get a chance, when I stop somewhere, I do it. How about those people who are like, my mentor is about to retire at 27. I don't know anybody retired at 27. Even those folks that get in network marketing and hit it big, they're not retired. That's a bunch of buffoonery, okay? Because they're still out doing meetings. They're still out. Oh no, there's nothing to apologize about. I'll just make an example of you. And would like to get contact with them. Maybe they can help. So I am. Yeah, I'm not getting the gist of that statement. But yeah, even these folks that get in these network marketing companies and they hit six figures real quick, they're not retired. And it's not. And see, remember this: it's not your company. And if nothing else, remember what we've just gone through the last 4 months. Even when you do own a business, even when you do own a company, even when you own a franchise, bam, just like that, it could all be gone overnight. So my thing is just, stay comfortable with being uncomfortable. Always be on your toes, always be on the edge. And what we're really trying to do, back to us in this move, what we're trying to do, we're trying to accumulate a bank of properties, 4, 5, 6, 7, where when we do move out to a more rural area, we have income coming. And that's not guaranteed, y'all. That is so not guaranteed, because just like right now, They put a stop on. That's where I cut my teeth. I was in Primerica. That's where I got my insurance license. I'm not gonna say anything bad about them, but it's a bunch of hype, it's a bunch of hoopla, it's a bunch of fluff. Okay, just so you guys know. And most people that get in that system, especially now, and see, they're claiming to fame when I was in this. You're talking 20 years ago. They're claiming to fame. We have 100,000 agents. Well, that means that's 999,999 more people I got to compete with in the same daggum company. Oh my God! Wow. Yeah, I mean, trust me, KevH, there is not a company that you guys can mention that I haven't been in, seen, interviewed for, or been a part of. I've been in them all, and I've done it all. And I'm not gonna say they're bad. I'm not gonna say they're good. I'm just saying right now, at this time in my life, I got to do my own thing. You know what A.L. Williams did back in the day and sold to Primerica. I mean, that was amazing. But it's a lot of hype. It is a lot of hype, and it's a lot of work for the very little money. It's like my daughter got involved with Amway last year, and I don't ever try to put a damper on anybody's dreams, their goals, their vision. And I supported her with everything I could. I was with them in the 90s. I was with them in the 2000s, and did very well with them, and then left them for a higher contract. Like I said last night, I started at 25%, went from 25, 35 to 50 to 60. That's 4 promotions, and was only at a 60% contract. I left the company and immediately started making 108% on what I was doing. That's freaking game changing, y'all. I went from making peanuts to making doggone 6 figures, just like that, So anyway, but it's still work. And all this pie in the sky that people try to hype you up on, man, come on, it's gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna work if you have a huge network, or if you don't have a problem with getting 100 no's a day, because that's what it takes. It takes a relentless spirit of, I'm gonna go out here and talk to 100 people a day. That's what I used to do. When I first got in Primerica, I would go to the mall and I would talk to literally 40, 60, 100 people a day, and I would get names and phone numbers of people who were interested in preparing for their financial future. Just like with vacuum cleaner sales, did the same thing, Mason Merchant Line, how can I help you? Did he talk to you before he left? Okay. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any information. The best person to call would be our maintenance coordinator, and her number is 368-8899. Yeah, but I'm just answering the emergency phone, just trying to keep the emergency calls going. But I don't, as far as the day-to-day operations, I don't have any information. I apologize for not having anything for you, but that'll be the best person to call. All right, you're welcome. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye. See, I gotta pause these people because they'll hold a 15-minute conversation with me about their stuff. Lots of cold calls. I never made a dime. I made plenty of money. I made plenty of money in Primerica, and then I made a ton of money once I became an independent agent and got my own insurance contract. Made a ton of money. Now trust me, I made a bunch of calls, and my last company, get this, my last company, my goal on a Saturday morning, I would get up every Saturday morning at before 9. I started making phone calls at 9 a.m. Listen to me. I would not stop calling until I had either 10 appointments or my team had 30 to 50 appointments. And I had a team of folks. I had over 100 agents. And then overnight, boom, just like that, one of my agents, well, this was the claim. One of my agents took one of the company leads and wrote business through another company. I didn't even know who this agent was because I had tiers of agents. So it was me, and then it was my frontline agents. Then my agents had agents, and then my agents had agents. So one of my agents that was way down here supposedly had taken one of the company leads and written a policy through another company. And I'm like, first of all, I don't even know who you're talking about. That's number one. Number two, how can I be punished over something that somebody did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels down? That's number two. So I was given an ultimatum. Either you can do this or you can do that. So I thought about it for a while. I said, you know what? I'm not going to do a damn thing. I'm not going to do none of it. You can take all this and you can stick it wherever you need to. And I left the insurance industry because that was the second time that had been done to me. And the first time, my base shop was doing about 30. When we was a brand new base shop. So I had built my base shop to the point where we was doing about $30,000 of business a month. I was overriding my base shop on an average of 10 to 20%. Y'all can do the math. $30,000 of business at 10%. That's $3,000 a month before I even wrote a policy. And I was producing pretty well back then, you know. And just like the last company, the dude that actually brought me to the company, he told the company a bunch of crap, and overnight, boom. And this is when I was going through the divorce of my first wife. Overnight, bam, it was all gone. So I bounced back from that, and then about a year later, he wanted to have a meeting with me. Thompson, man, you know, I wanna talk to you, and I want to and me, my dad, and he sat down in IHOP over in Hampton, Virginia. And he's like, man, I want to turn my whole organization over to you because they'll listen to you, they'll follow you. Yeah, because your whole organization, half of them were my people. They're not going to listen to your happy hips. When they said the contract miss were not residual, I said no, thank you. Okay, so let me tell you how Primerica gets you. And this is another reason why I left it. So when you write an application and it gets approved, you make 25, 35, 50%, whatever. Your upline RVP gets all of your residuals. And that was another reason why I left, because I had gotten to the point in my other company when on my 13, 14 month on, I was getting paid for 10 years off of stuff I had done, 2 and 3 years ago. So when you're writing and that book of business starts building up, oh, you can make a ton of money, for 10 years. That's nice right there. But when you, anyway, yeah, I don't want to talk insurance today. I really don't. Okay. That's why now, when people get involved and stuff, especially in network marketing companies, I'm usually like the third or fourth person that they try to call, and contact. But and I listen to everybody. I'm like, okay, yeah, I listen to it. And then I'm like, hey, listen, right now I appreciate it, and most of the time I've already looked at it. I'm like, I appreciate it. I appreciate you thinking about me. Thank you so much. It's very flattering. But right now I'm at a different time in my life, and I tell them all that. Watch the movie Shift, featured Dr. Wayne. I don't type it again for me because I'm not getting the movie. Okay, the movie, is it Shift? Is it just Shift? Featuring Dr. Wayne. Can you email that to me, please? I'm gonna take a screenshot, but why do you say I should watch that? We watched this really good movie last night called Slight. If y'all haven't seen Slight, check out Slight. It's a really, really, really good movie. And it's entertainment purpose. Oh, it's not a prepping movie. It's not. Oh, The Shift. Okay. Yeah, y'all check out the movie Slight. It's just a really good entertaining movie. That doesn't have any kind of prepping in it or whatever. We watched that last night. It was really, really good. I enjoyed that immensely. But yeah, and y'all see I still have heartburn about this insurance stuff. And that has been, now we've been in this house 4 years. That's been about 6 years ago that happened. Maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so sad. And the same thing happened to me in the vacuum cleaner business. I was doing really well. I started out here in Chesapeake working for this guy. I sold a ton of vacuum. I sold 115 units my first year. 115. I was number one guy in the whole, probably in TriStar 5 or 6 states. And this guy didn't want to pay me, right? He was paying me peanuts. So then finally I got this little BS promotion. We're going to promote you to a van. You're going to get your own van. Okay, cool. What does that mean? This a-hole would make me run a van. Well, it was out of my car. He would make me run out of my car. He did pay for my gas, thank God. And I had 2 guys that we would go and knock doors every day. Every day. I taught these guys how to knock doors. I taught them how to sell the machine. I taught them how to sell vacuum cleaners. And then I still was making peanuts. Because they were making peanuts. I was making crap. So the only day that I had to myself where I could actually go out and sell a machine for full price and make some money was Sunday. So I would work Monday through Saturday with these guys. Then on Sunday, this a-hole would call me at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So what you gonna do today? You gonna go out and work? You gonna go out and sell? And he was an alcoholic. And I don't know why in the world people always want to pick on me in business, because I'm a very kind, meek, mannerable, young man, and always have been. In business, I've always been a hard worker. I've always, figured out things to do to give myself the unfair advantage. And the unfair advantage for me has always been work 3 times harder than any and everybody else. It's always been my unfair advantage. So this dude would fire me up on Sunday, and I'm talking about piss me off to the point where I didn't want to do anything, because he didn't want to see me make any money at all. It wasn't Kirby, it was TriStars. So the regional manager came in one day, and he saw how talented I was, and he left the company. He contacted me, said, "Hey Roderick, I got an opportunity for you. You be selling a better machine for more money." I'm like, "Bet, let's do it." I'm gonna tell y'all, my last month selling vacuum cleaners, I sold 47 units by myself. Now, they weren't all vacuums, because we would sell a vacuum cleaner and we sell a air purifier all together. I sold 47 units. I made so much money that month that when I got back home and did, look through all my records, the chick I was working for had cheated me out of $6,000. I didn't even realize it. $6,000. How do you get cheated out of $6,000? You don't even realize it. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this anymore. And I quit that, and I found this company called Little Source with this a-hole. I'm telling y'all, we have been taken advantage by some of the greatest scam artists ever. Ted Farnsworth. If you ever see that name, run as fast as you can. Ted Farnsworth. And what it was, we were already in dire straits. We were living in our first apartment. I have a friend who I got into insurance through another person, and she was 4 generations. So I had met somebody who introduced me to somebody else, who introduced me to Cindy. So Cindy called me one day. She's like, "Hey Roderick, I got something I want you to look at. Blah 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 blah. It's a business opportunity." So I said, and back then, I was kind of arrogant, because it didn't take me long to get involved in something and boom, blow it up. So we were broke as crap. So I agreed to go to this little meeting, and we walk in. It was at a house first, and we always show up the stuff at least 15 minutes early. Most time, 20 to 30 minutes. So Jennifer and I showed up 15 minutes early. We sit in front of this house. I'm like, they gonna have a meeting at a house? What kind of doggone crap is this? So I was like, well, we already here. She like, you want to leave? I was like, we already here now. We didn't have a pot to piss in. We didn't have a dime to our name. The only thing we could do, I was in school full time then, so I had my GI Bill coming in. Jennifer was not working. I don't know how the hell we was making on $1,360 a month, but that's how much we was making it on. $1,360. We was paying rent. We didn't have no kind of subsidized, no food stamp, no nothing. There have been times where I called my dad, like, "Hey, we don't have no food. Can you please just go to the store and get us some spaghetti?" That's all, just some spaghetti noodles and some sauce, so we can eat the next 3 days. I'll be so thankful and grateful and happy. Thank you very much. And he would do it. And he'd bring some more stuff. So I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to be broke, busted, disgusted, can't be trusted. I know what it's like. So anyway, moral of the story is, we go in. As soon as I walk in, this guy walks up to me. "Hey, I'm Charlie Brown." I was like, I'm getting the hell out of here. I am so getting out of here. I know this dude's name is not no daggone Charlie Brown. His name really is Charles J. Brown III. Charlie Brown. We're really good friends now, by the way. And the more he talked and more he draw them circles on the board, the more I would scoot up to the edge of my house. I was sitting on the sofa. And he's like, anybody got any questions? I was like, I said, you said the whole state of Virginia and this company is right here in this room. He's like, yeah. Myself, that person. It was like 4 of them that was in the company. So all I could see was opportunity. I raised my hand again. I said, and have you seen a check from this company yet? He's like, oh yeah. You know, he pulled out a copy of the check. I said, you say all it costs is $119 to get started? He's like, yeah. I didn't have $119. But see, when you have a vision and a goal, nothing will be able to stop you. Nothing. So I sat there and I asked this man questions for like 30 minutes. We didn't have a dime to our name. So he's like, well, if you want to go ahead and do the application right now, you can do that. I was like, no, I'm going to go home and put some things together. He said, well, I tell you what. He's like, if you're serious, you go home and you make a list of 100 names. And you call me tomorrow and we'll start working together. I said, you're going to personally work with me? You're the top dude in the state and you're going to work with me? He's like, yeah. I said, okay. So I called the lady who invited. I said, Cindy, listen, I don't have the money. I don't have a way of getting it. Okay? Emergency, injured bird in my yard. What do I do? I used to sell Kirby, but they get people to work. Do you keep? No, I let my license go. That last one put me completely out. He threatened to sue me. He threatened to sue me. He told me he had me on a non-compete clause for 2 years, and if I wouldn't sign up with any insurance, he had me on a non-compete clause. If I had gone anywhere and signed up for any insurance agency for 2 years, I would have been sued. So I was like, screw it, man. I don't, whatever. And I loved insurance. Y'all can see how I talk about it, how much I loved it, and I was way more passionate about it then. So anyway, I called my girl Cindy. I was like, hey Cindy, I don't have a dime to my name. I just paid my rent. I just paid all our monthly bills. But I tell you this, if you will front me the money, I'm gonna make you a very rich woman in this company. And I just stepped out on faith. And she's like, Roger, I know you. She's like, you're good for it. And if you say you're gonna do something, I got you. You ain't gotta pay me back. Because she knew that just by having me on her team was gonna grow and explode. And she was right. Within the first 21 days, I got my first check. I think my first check was like $700-800. And then my next check was like $1,200, and my third check was like $5,000 plus. And we didn't look back. And the only reason we're not making over $100,000 a month right now is because of that a-hole Ted Farnsworth stopped shipping our products. Not only did he stop shipping our products, he stopped paying out checks, and that destroyed not only that business, but it destroyed a lot of friendships that it took decades to build. Within the first 90 days, I had 300 and something people in my organization, which we were the fastest growing in the company. Whatever, blah blah blah. I was speaking on stages, all over the place, all in Pennsylvania and Florida. It was funny because I didn't even know Amish people had electricity. Less known were able to have internet and all that kind of crap. I went up to Pennsylvania, and all these Amish folks was treating me like I was on Michael Jordan. Roderick, oh my God, can we take a picture with you? Can you come over here and give us some pointers? Man, we watch all your videos, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was crazy. And we were making a crazy amount of money. Then all of a sudden, overnight, bloop, it's gone. And that's what really led to Jennifer and I being homeless. That company right there. 37732, what company was this? It's called Live the Source. They're out of business now. $37,732. I don't know if y'all ever heard of a company called Movie Pass. It came out a couple years ago, and it hit the stock market. And don't show your card, Roderick. Oh, thank you. I didn't know I did. It's a gas card. If y'all want to steal that number and try to use it, it's probably not gonna work because you got to have a code number and all. But thank you for that. I didn't realize they did that. But yeah, if y'all ever heard of this company called Movie Pass, y'all can look it up. It was on the New York Stock Exchange and everything. It was started by Ted Farnsworth. He was scamming on the movie theaters and people at that time a couple years ago. He made a ton of money and left them high and dry too, just like he did us with Live the Source. I had a lot of I lost a lot of good friends in that company, and I haven't been able to bounce back since. And that's really the reason. And we tried some other things since then, but that's really the reason why I don't do network marketing anymore, because I don't have a network of people anymore. So anyway, moral of the story. Moral of the story. A lot of morals of the story. So I called Charlie Brown the next day. He's like, hey, yeah, Roger, how you doing? I remember you from last night. He's like, you got your 100 names? I was like, no, sir. He's like, what you calling for? I was like, because I got 420. He's like, you got 420 names? I was like, yeah. He said, okay, well, call them, say this. I did have enough money to set up my online portal, which was like $15. So I set up my online portal, and we went to work. And I would call people. I was like, hey, Kev H, this is Roger, man. Listen, are you interested in seeing how you can, earn some extra income? Kev H said, yeah. I'd be like, all right, look, I need you to go to this. If I send you to this website, will you go? He's like, yeah. Can you do it now, or do you need to do it later? Okay, I need to do it later. What time? And I would narrow down a time to call him back so he can watch this little 10-minute video. And then once, because I would get the notification that he had gone on the website. I knew when 10 minutes was up, and then I would call him, and we do a 3-way call with Charlie Brown. Closed, done deal, over and done with. And I had my base shop going within the first 10 days, and we were off to the races. Our last month, we did $60,000 in liquid vitamins. That's what we were selling. We were selling liquid vitamins and liquid vitamin D. I wish I had that product now, because the products were dynamic. Come on, give me my receipts. Come on. They didn't even ask me if I wanted a receipt. Now I gotta go in and go get a receipt, because y'all know how this just sucks. And I've thought about it starting, because they have companies now where you can start your own product and they'll slap your brand on it, your name on it, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, man, whatever. I'm so over that stuff. And I had looked into it, and I was like, man, I should do a liquid vitamin and start it myself. Thank you, sir. And then my mentor in the business, he's the kind of guy where people actually contact him to look at comp plans and companies and things like that. He's that big in the industry, and I think he got to the point where he got burned out too. But yeah, like 3 years ago, I was like, man, I should start my own company, because I see how people do you and how people do. Hey, can I get a receipt for pump number 5, please?
Pump number 5.
Thanks so much. Have a good one. Yeah, so I had looked at even doing that, and trust me, y'all, there's probably nothing under the sun that I have not tried to make money. And see, coming from a poor family in Texas, and being in the military and being a very low rank and working your way up, it's been drilled in me to be a hustler probably my whole life, and it just is what it is, y'all. Went from insurance to everything we've been talking about, but y'all see I can talk now. Can y'all see me on stage at a rah-rah rally? Can't y'all see that? With the charisma and getting you guys going. And we used to do meetings. We had a standing Tuesday night meeting, and our claim to fame was, it's not a meeting, it's an experience. When you came to one of our meetings on a Tuesday night, you were going to leave and you were going to sign up. We was going to take your money, all right? because when you got there, it was upbeat music playing already. I'm gonna turn y'all to the side. I gotta take this picture. Sorry though. Yeah, it'd be upbeat music playing, like a party atmosphere. And then we had a smoke machine, we had disco lights, and when we introduced we called our star, you know, we did the introduction. Did I lose y'all? We still here? All right, we're good. Was it at a hotel? Was what at a hotel? You talking about the big rah-rah we had in Pennsylvania? They're always usually at hotels or resorts. Woo, that was rough. Yeah, they use the rah-rahs are usually at, you know, hotels, resorts, things like that. And yeah, I was always, even when I was in Primerica, I was speaking on stage, you know, because I've always got involved and stuff. And they our fancy meeting, no, they would be at my dad's office, and it had the capacity of holding maybe 30 people, 30 or 40. We would have 80 folks in there some meeting nights. It was crazy ridiculous. And we had that y'all know that theme music from the Chicago Bulls, like, and then I'd be in the background. We had hooked up the PA system. It was like, and now starting your leader, your Little Source leader. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy the amount of fun we were having, and we spent a ton of money on that kind of stuff too. I didn't care. I was making it, you know. And it was so funny because Charlie Brown, I ended up going past him in the company, and that's how you know you're not in a pyramid. If the person down here has the opportunity to go past the person up here, you're not in a pyramid. Okay. Now, if the person up here is always going to stay up here, you're in a pyramid. Like your job, like the government, like some network marketing companies. You know, the person that starts down here has no opportunity to get past this person. Yeah, in a true opportunity, you can get past them. But you never, listen to me, you never, ever, ever own anything because it's not your product, it's not your service. Sad but true. Very sad, very true. I need to put this up here just in case we have a problem later on. So I'm gonna stop by my boss's house. I'm gonna drop off my paperwork and everything, and then we'll just keep talking if y'all good with that. I'm in a talkative mood today. I'm just telling y'all story after story. That's all. I found out a good speech giver always gives great stories, and I'm still working on my storytelling. Cause you want to hook people in, and you want to keep them involved with the story. You know, like they're living that period of time. But everything I've been telling y'all, all that's been my life. So it's been easy to tell because those are things that actually happened. Yeah, we actually got scammed by Ted Farnsworth. I actually got scammed by Andy Albright with National Agents Alliance. I actually got scammed by Dave Stagemeyer from Capital Choice. You know, I actually got scammed by Rebecca, I can't remember her last name, down in North Carolina, selling Filter Queen vacuum cleaners. I actually got scammed by H.J. Simlick, who was the distributor here in the state of Virginia, the whole state. He let on kill himself. I guess he was just so unhappy he couldn't live with himself. Probably because he took advantage of me. He died owing me several thousands of dollars. Yeah, very much so. I'm not saying that's why he killed himself, but I'm sure it didn't help. And that's just it. That's just the way it is. And I've tried several things since Little Source. I tried this little thing where, you know, you could advertise your businesses with these little fobs. I can't even remember what it was called now, but I got it up, and yeah, it folded, and you know, that's why I'm like, you know what, I'm just not doing that crap anymore. Karma is something else, and that's why I really try to treat folk right. And that's why another thing I'm trying to do with this YouTube channel is to really be a blessing to people. You know, if I can save you guys 1 second of time, energy, money, patience, frustration, whatever, I can just save you that by telling you guys some of the things I've gone through, I feel it's been a success. if we get to the point where we can figure out once a month or twice a month, we can do a huge pool, and I can bless 3 or 4 or 5 people financially every month. I think that's tremendous, you know. Cause see, like me, I'm always trying to find a win-win-win situation. Cause see, it's okay if I win, but it's not okay for you. It's okay if you and I win together, but it's not okay for YouTube. I want YouTube to win. I want Roger to win. I want the viewers to win. I'm going to figure out a way that we all win together. Okay, that's going to happen. Now, let me get my paperwork together. Do good, God will give back tenfold. I believe if you do good, I believe you get back usually 100,000-fold sometimes. And trust me, I've had some really, really good days. You know, I've had some incredible days. I've also had some pretty crappy days too. But you know what? The good days always outweigh the bad days. Ain't that the way the song goes? Anybody seen Night Collector lately? I ain't seen Night Collector. Where's Night Collector? So y'all just give me a minute. I'm gonna go over here, and I don't think she's gonna be too talkative, but I'm gonna go and bear with me about 1 minute. I'm gonna be right back. I just need to turn in my receipts. Oh, all right, y'all. Sorry about that. Y'all know how it is. You know, some days we can talk nonstop. Other days, we got to make a few stops here and there. So I'm looking at a couple things. Forgot I had that. Okay, cool. Does anybody have any questions about getting scammed? Since that's what this has turned into. a talk about getting scams. Trust me, y'all, we have been through some things in our life. We have had so many folks to just take advantage of us, you know. And a lot of times, you know, we went in with our eyes wide open. And other times, you know, we didn't know what the heck was going on. And I am an entrepreneur, and I firmly believe in entrepreneurship. And I teach that. I'm like, hey, I teach my kids. I'm like, listen, get you a job, but keep your side hustle. And I'm telling y'all the same thing. And that's why with this move, we have got to be very careful with where we're moving right now. We have to be extremely careful, because I don't want to take a step backwards. You know, y'all heard some of the stories. I've been to the point where I made a ton of money. And we've been put to a point where money wasn't coming in. And the last thing I want to do is go out or to go purchase something in a rural area. And number one, my wife is unhappy about it. That'll be number one. Because if she's unhappy, I'm going to be unhappy. Because how in the world could I be happy about something and she's not happy? Y'all see what I'm saying? Now, fortunately with her job, and we'll probably know here in the next 60 days when we'll be ready to do something and make a move. Fortunately with her job, she may be able to work from home. Now, if that is the case, oh, we got something totally different going on now. Because if she can work from home, that means we could move out to a more rural area, because if she's not going to be making that drive every day, that's a good thing. I don't have a problem with me making the drive, but I do have a problem with Jennifer being on the road all the time. You see, I got this e-bike coming, and what I plan on doing, I was going to put it in Jennifer's car, because she's making a drive every day now. She's driving, 50 minutes every day just to get to work. So when the e-bike gets here, I plan on keeping it charged and then keeping it in her vehicle. If she's going to be able to work from home, oh, that's a game changer, y'all. That is a serious, serious game changer. Then I can legitimately start looking at stuff that's more rural. But in the meantime, I'm gonna look around here, and if we, we can find something, if we can find something around here that's, within our price range, I'm not gonna say budget, within our price range, and it makes sense, and it looks like it's gonna be a good rental property here in 2 years, then yeah, we will pull the trigger on that. But as far as SHTF happening and being in a rural area or being out in the country, in the sticks, unless you're already living that lifestyle now and you're still trying to earn, and that's what I haven't figured out or understood about the Bear Independents, the Pastor Joe Foxes. I mean, because they got to have some kind of other money's coming in order to live that lifestyle. Because if not, guess what? How can you live that lifestyle? You got to be, even with Prepper Nurse 1, as much as I love him, he's got to have an income coming in. I know he said he retired from nursing. And unless he stacked a bunch of money, I don't know how these guys are doing it. Because my life doesn't work like that. I work and I get paid. I don't have a check now. I could file my disability through the military. That'll be a check. But is that going to be enough to sustain us? Probably not. Will it help? Oh, heck yeah. It'll definitely help with the purchase, because I just found out with the VA, if you're receiving any kind, and this is for my VA folks, if you're receiving any kind of VA benefit from the VA, you do not have to pay the Veteran Administration's fee now. And I didn't even know they charge a fee, and it's like 3% of the purchase. So if you buy a $100,000 house, you can strike a check for $3,000. You don't have to finance that. But if you're buying a $280,000, $300,000 house, like that property we're looking out there in, with the 22 acres, then you're talking about $7,000, $8,000. That can kind of set you back a little bit, So yeah, I'm taking in consideration everything, and I don't make rash decisions like I used to. It used to be, oh, bam, decisions made. Now I look at it, draw it out, write it out, draw it out some more, look at it, brainstorm it, talk to people I respect, talk to the mentor, talk to mentors before making, a $10 decision is a $10 decision, whatever. But when you're talking about a life-changing decision like we're about to, like we're making right now, you can't rush into something like that. And I don't care if I knew SHTF was happening 6 months from now. If I knew for a fact we was gonna have an EMP strike 6 months from now, I would still be making a decision the same way I'm making it. It would lead me more to a rural area, but I would still be making the decision process the way I'm making it, taking my time. So what are y'all thoughts? Poll question. What are your thoughts on if you had the opportunity right now of staying in the city, buying another house, renting the one you're out for, so you can have additional income coming in, or going ahead and buying out in a more rural area, but knowing you just sentence yourself to a 1 hour drive one way or an hour and a half one way every day, which one would you choose? Because maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. And I think that's why I'm talking about it with you guys so much. Because y'all are in the same arena. So what do you guys think? Is anybody even on here? Because nobody has texted in like 15 minutes. Or nobody has chatted. When did the last chat came? Last chat came in was, do good and God will give you back tenfold. Yeah. So, What are y'all's thoughts? I really, really, really would like to know what you guys are thinking. Now, trust me, if money was not an object, oh, we would probably go out to North Carolina and buy, 20 to 80 acres and just start building on it. It's a tough decision. I agree, it is a tough decision. You would go rural? Okay. I appreciate you for your honesty. And then, another thing, Jennifer already is driving an hour one way, 50 minutes. She's already driving 50 minutes one way already. So, us moving to a more rural area. And see, my thing about moving to a rural area right now is the income. it's the income factor. Let me see. As long as you can get to you easily, I am down. Oh, as long as you can get to us easily, I'm down for whatever. I think you don't mind driving. I do the rural thing. Okay, I appreciate that. Y'all give me a, oh, look at that Rolls Royce. It's an older one, but it's still a Rolls Royce. So, I mean, we're in Virginia Beach now, just so y'all know. And that's definitely something to think about. As far as the driving part. But then it's just, I'm always in the back of my mind is the chance of taking a step back. And I just feel like right now, if we move to a rural area, which it won't really be that much of a big deal once I start the new business. Once I start the new business and I get to working on it, that should, replace definitely one, possibly both my incomes within the first 6 to 10 months. Bear has a company / business. Well, that's how. U.S. Jobs veteran. What is that? Okay, well, good. That's great. I didn't know. I don't really follow Bear that much because the times I have watched, I tried to watch a little bit of him this morning, and he was pretty good. He's talking about this $5 thing that they're giving away. I didn't get the gist of it, but he's doing some kind of raffle. But yeah, if you have some kind of business that's sustaining you, then that's great. That's like with Pastor Joe Fox. I'm pretty sure he's retired military, and he was pretty high, high up in rank. So he's probably making a pretty, decent penny just, from his military thing. I didn't retire military. I was not that smart. And my dad and I was talking about this yesterday. He was talking about, I said, the only regret I have about that time frame, I didn't listen to you and stay in the military. He's like, man, I tried to tell you. I was like, I know, but we was making so much money in insurance. Who the heck want to stay in the military? I'm looking at all these Maseratis sitting out here looking all good. Let's see here. Oh, government contract jobs. Okay, I'm looking to do exactly that by 2023. What, move out to the rural area? Prepper Nurse 1 has tons of donations, gifts, and he has tons of super chat money. And he sells legs and free drive. Oh, that's right. They're giving away donuts today at Krispy Kreme. I forgot about that. I'm like, why is this line so long? They're giving a free dozen donuts to, I think, all the graduates today. So that, I'm like, why is there so much traffic out here? That's the reason. I just passed Krispy Kreme. You know what? You're right about that. Proverbs 31 woman. He does get a ton of donations, and he's selling legacy, which is great. And apparently he's doing well for himself, and I am very happy for that. And when we get to 80-something thousand subscribers, hopefully YouTube is taking care of some finances for our house too. We're not there yet. We are not there yet. So, and then, oh God, it's just, yeah. I mean, it's just a decision. It is a major decision, and I'm not taking it light at all. Yes, either Nebraska or Wyoming. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and I'm also thinking about when this is one of the biggest things right here, biggest factors because I'm still at the church, and I know whenever we go back to normal, I know for a fact that I'm going to be leaving the church at 9:30 at night. Now, granted, right now my drive is like 30 minutes, but if we move out to the rural area, you're talking about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes, which, like y'all said, once you get used to something, hey, you're used to it. But that puts me home. Right now, I'm getting home at like 9:30, 9:45 on the nights, I'm at the church. On those other nights, you're talking about 10, 10:15, 10:30, and then having to get up and then drive, an hour and a half, whatever, to work the next day. And then a lot of times I'm at the church. My normal schedule is Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, Saturday, and Sunday. But then a lot of times we have to be out there on Thursday nights, and then sometimes we got to be out there. I got to be out there all day on Saturdays, and then sometimes I have Sundays, where I have concerts, and I don't leave there until like 11, 12, midnight. It's so a lot of that is playing as a factor too in my mind. Why so late at church? It goes that long. Usually those are the nights I leave at 9. That's choir rehearsal night, and then the other night, Wednesday night, that's Bible study night, and that is I leave usually about 8:30 that night. 6. Let me see. They got started at 6, 7. Yeah, I usually about 8:15, 8 to 8:15. So I'm up there a lot. Now I haven't been for the last 3 months, and I gotta give it to them. They have been taking care of me financially. So I don't have any complaints about what they've done the last 3 months, and I appreciate it. I thoroughly, solely appreciate it. But that's why. Good question. Now, the perfect property for us would be, something that had a pond on it, a running stream. Already had a structure, built on it with a barn, sitting on at least 5 acres. Oh, that would be awesome. And given to me. Now, if that happened, oh yeah, that's, like, wow. God just opened up the window of heaven. Here's your property, just the way you designed it. Thank you. Oh goodness, that would be like outstanding. That would be no decision right there. It just, hey, go out there and live. But when you gotta pay for stuff, it is what it is, y'all. It really truly is what it is. So it's a decision. I don't think everybody voted, but most of you guys said rule, and I can appreciate that. Then again, I got to do what I feel is best for us right now. And maybe what's best for us right now is not doing anything at all. Because, we had looked into this program a couple years back where they actually teach you how to, and maybe I'll look into that again. They teach you how to pay your house off. And at the time, we could have paid the house off in, I think it's 3 years, 11 months, or 2 years, 11 months, like that. But that's with us having debt. So with us having no debt, we might even be able to pay the house off we're in right now for even less, And then at that point in time, we do that. We go ahead and hustle that out. Then if we were to buy something and it were like those 22 acres, if we rented the house we were in and bought the 22 acres, shoot, we're out there living for like pennies on the dollar. So I'm looking at stuff like that too. Maybe if you go rural, you will find new. It don't work like that. I actually work at this church I'm talking about. So it's not like I'm going as a patron. I'm going because I'm an employee. That's part of my income. Who's that? Asta. Yeah, that's one of my income. That's one of my jobs. So it's not a voluntary situation. Why wouldn't you stay where you are and pay off your house and then rent it and get a room? That's what I'm mentioning now. We could do that. We could definitely do that. It's gonna cost me a little bit of money up front to get it all established. And we had talked about that. And you know, who knows? Maybe it's something we will exercise. I don't have a problem being where we are for the next, you know, couple of years. It won't kill me. It might kill me a little bit on the inside because I really do want to move and I want to do something else. But in order for that to work, I really believe that I need 2 properties in order to give me the income that I need, because that one house is not going to produce the income. And I'm basing everything on that 22 acres. But I mean, if we chose something like maybe 5 acres, and I did find something the other day that was 5 acres. Matter of fact, me and Jennifer might ride out there today because it's actually a pretty good deal. It's 5 acres and it's below what we're looking at spending. So who knows? Maybe, you know, and it's in a rural area. I mean, it's like rural. And then there's like I think the ad said it was like 8 or 9 acres either across the street from that house or down the street that were for sale. You know, that could be added to that property or something. I think they were asking too much for the lot, but who knows? Who knows, y'all? So I mean, but that's definitely something, you know, something we can do. And then, you know, that would produce a significant income for us. And then, you know, another option we have is wait until the auctions come back and then buy a auction property. You know, that's another option as well. So it's not like we don't have options. That's what I was telling Jennifer. I was like, this is probably the best and the worst time that we've ever had in our lives, because we have options and we have a whole bunch of them. I mean, we got a ton of options. A ton of options. All right. Y'all don't have any questions? Y'all don't have any? But I appreciate the advice. I really do. I appreciate it. I mean, because it's, and everything you guys are saying is not anything I haven't thought about. You know. But that, I mean, that would be pretty cool to go ahead and pay the mortgage off. We could do that. We could technically do that. And just so you guys know, and I try to teach you guys as I learn. There's a way where you can pay your, you know, whatever mortgage is off within the first, you know, within the next 5 years, no matter how big your mortgage is. And it's the way you do it is through it's a HELOC, home equity line, something. Can't remember what it is. But you have to do it a certain way, and you have to take all of your money that you make, and it has to go into that HELOC. And the way the interest is paid on that. Now you just can't go down to the bank and just be like, hey, I want a HELOC or whatever. It's got to be a certain type, and that's the part that they don't tell you. They make you pay for this advice basically, and they charge you like $3,000 for the consultation. But they guarantee that you're gonna pay your house off. In our case, it was, I mean, I literally think it was like 2 years, 11 months. But that was with debt, you know, and now we don't have any debt, so it's probably gonna be sooner. We probably could do it in 2 years. And the way it works, just try to explain it to you. I'm gonna take a been driving too much. The way it works is, let's say you take your equity out, okay? And in our case, I think at the time we had maybe like $20,000 or $30,000 worth of equity. So you take that out, you take that lump sum, you pay that portion toward principal. And then in like 8 to 10 months, you build all of that back up in the account. So then you take that other 30,000, boom, and bam, you do it. And in our case, all we need to do was cycle like 2 times. Well, almost, 3 times. If we cycled 3 times, we were done. So it was like 10, so it was 10, 20, 30, what's that, 30 months? That's 2, so in 2 years, 6 months, we would have been completely debt free, mortgage included. And with that included their little $3,000 of whatever, whatever thrown in there as well. So now that I'm talking it to you guys, I'm like, dang, that doesn't sound like a big deal now. And we're making a little bit more money now. So maybe that is the option we need to exercise. And then once you're over and done with that, you can just keep cycling that money that way, and you just keep, you keep banking that money to the point where, when you get ready to buy your next house, you can pretty much buy it for cash. So maybe that is a way we can do it. And that way, when we get ready to buy rural, we're paying cash for it. Now that I sit here and I talk this over with you guys, I'm like, man, we must have been damn fools for not doing that. I just, what though, I didn't want to create another $3,000 debt. I really truly did not want that. But I think I'm gonna look that lady's phone number up and I'm gonna give her a holler. We're like, hey, we might be ready to do something with you. You out of here? All right. See you later. Thank you for being here. I think we're gonna get out of here too, cause I need to go find somebody's bathroom. I got a house over here that I'm gonna go check on. I'm gonna use their restroom and everything. We're gonna get out of here. I think we've been on 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours and 6 minutes. So thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your insight and your advice. And you guys have given me a lot to think about. So thank you. Hopefully I gave y'all some stories that help y'all in the future. And if anybody has a company that you're looking at, you want to know the ins and outs of it, somebody's trying to get you involved in a network marketing company, if I don't know about it, I probably can do some real quick investigations. And all I got to do is make 2 phone calls, and I'll tell you everything that you need to know about that company. So I'm just really, at this point in time in my life, I just really want to bless folks. And I don't want to see you guys waste your time, waste your energy, waste your money, and waste your resources. Just don't want to see that. And we have this thing now. We don't put our seed, which is our money, into bad soil. So anything that you guys donate here, we're trying, we try to make sure that we are very good stewards of what we have and what we do. So just know that. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. See y'all next time. Y'all be blessed.